Recovering from breast cancer surgery can bring on pain, stiffness, and the worry about overdoing it. Really also wondering, where do I even begin? Especially those first couple of weeks or months. My name is Kelly. I am a certified oncology and lymphedema physical therapist. And in this video, I'm sharing some of my go-to gentle exercises for about 4 to 8 weeks after breast surgery to help ease pain and swelling and gently work towards getting full range of motion back. These exercises can be done only if someone is cleared by their doctor for safety first, because everyone has a different surgery and recovery experience. This video is part of a series, so be sure to subscribe for more breast cancer recovery tips and exercises, or check out my playlist for different stages in recovery. But otherwise, these exercises can be done daily as long as someone is cleared. So let's get started. So we're going to go through 4 stretching exercises that focus on improving range of motion and pain after surgery in that shoulder upper body area. And then we're also going to go through 2 light strength exercises to start getting muscles activating again. All exercises should remain mild without significant pain or strain. All right, so for these exercises, all you're going to need is some sort of small ball. So a tennis ball works great. I try to have something that's not weighted. There's no weight to this one, it's just a textured ball. And then you'll also need some sort of dowel or stick. Now, you could use a PVC pipe or a dowel or even a light golf club. I just found a long shoehorn, so we're going to use that for this video. But anything that's a little bit longer and again, light for hanging onto, you'll need that nearby. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to start on our backs. Have your dowel or your stick nearby. You might want to use that, but we're going to be on our backs to start. Okay, nice and gentle. We're going to have our arms by our side, elbows straight. And a good place to start is, because this might be your first time going up overhead, is just to think thumbs up towards the ceiling. It's a neutral position for your shoulders. Try to relax your shoulders so you're not holding too much tension. And from there, start to raise up. Now you might hit pain here. You might hit pain here. Find where you feel comfortable or you feel a mild stretch, but you're not in significant pain. And from there, all you're going to do is take a nice big deep breath in and then back out and bring your arms back down. Okay, so you don't have to hold it more than 2 seconds tops, maybe 3 as you take your breath, and then gently come back down. Someone may be more comfortable using that dowel or using that wand of some sort, especially if they have more tension or pain on one side. If you have had surgery on both sides, it might be better to do one at a time as well. So you can hold your stick or dowel. I like to think, again, thumbs up. Okay, from there, you can use it one at a time by guiding with the bottom hand, guiding that top arm up overhead to get a little more tension. Don't force it and then come back down. But sometimes having that something to hold on to with that guidance can be more comfortable to start. So coming up overhead till you feel that tension, and maybe that is all the way for you, but for a lot of people, it's just a little more natural to stop a little bit sooner and then come back down. You can also hold your stick or your dowel with both arms, again, something to hang on to together, and do it up overhead. You're going to have to find which route feels the best for you, that you feel the most comfortable with, that you're not compensating by arching into your back, you're not in a significant amount of pain, what feels the best on the shoulders. But those are 3 different options to start to work on, we call shoulder flexion, so bringing your arms up overhead, that you can do. The goal is to do each of those or any of those, 8 to 10 times, working up to 10 to 15 if you feel comfortable, and then stopping from there. Okay, so for the second exercise, we're going to go back onto our back, or stay on your back if you're already there. You're going to have your knees bent up. Now, this is similar to what we did in the video, or the exercise in the last video of this series, but we're going to add on to it. So if you want to go back and watch that first one, absolutely. Maybe that's where you want to start. But what we're going to do otherwise is we're going to have our elbows pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to allow our elbows fall to the sides like we did in the last video. And from there, we're going to add on now. So maybe this feels good, maybe you feel a stretch, but if you want more of a stretch, we're going to take our knees and our legs and let them fall over to the side until you feel a stronger stretch on the opposite side, the one of where you're moving your knees to, So you'll feel it on the opposite side. You'll hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Make sure you take that breath. And then come back to the middle. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Letting your knees fall to the side till you feel a mild to moderate stretch. Take a nice big breath in. Really into your rib cage area. And then let your breath go and sink into the stretch. Good. And we'll go back and forth again. Knees fall over. Mild to moderate stretch. And take your breath. Now, I like to do both sides, even if you feel like you only need one side, because it's really nice to compare one side to the other. Come back to the middle, opposite direction. That helps you kind of know where you are at as far as what side needs more work or how close you are to being equal on both sides. Good. You can go back and forth with this one 3 to 5 times if you're holding for a few seconds at a time. If you're new and you just want to hold for 1 second at a time, back and forth, that works as well. Again, keep everything mild to moderate. All right, so next we're going up into standing and we're going to a wall. We're going to stand. So when you have your elbow up, about a shoulder at 90 degrees, you're about the distance of the wall, maybe slightly away from the wall. We're going to be doing a wall slide. And we can start with our hands just flat on the wall. And again, you can do one arm at a time and just sliding or walking your fingers up the wall. It lets you just relax a little bit of the weight of your arm onto the wall. So it's easy for you to work on reaching. Coming into a mild, moderate stretch, and this gently coming back down. Okay, so either it's a wall walk or maybe it's in the doorway and just gently sliding up. Can relax that tension and let the wall take a little bit of the weight of your hand until you feel that stretch. And when you get there, you can hold maybe starting with 3 to 5 seconds at most and coming back out. But as you get more comfortable and it feels better for you, holding a little bit longer, 10 seconds, maybe even working up to 20 seconds is a good place to do. But I definitely would recommend short durations, short holds to start, and then coming back down. Okay, so doing that about 3 to 5 times to start, maybe working up to 8 to 10 if you're doing quicker ones, and then doing the same thing on the other side. All right, so next we're going to be doing some shoulder rotator cuff movements. So we're going to have our elbows right by our sides. From there, all we're going to do is we're going to open up with the arms and then close. Open up and close. So I have my thumbs up towards the ceiling. We're just going in and out, getting what we call external rotation outwards and then internal rotation inwards. But external going outwards is where someone feels the stretch. This is some mobility with the rotator cuff muscle. So it's really good for shoulder health, especially after these surgeries and how things are different. Now, if someone has their dowel or their wand or their PVC pipe with them, and I have my shoehorn, you can also do one at a time like we did the first one. So how I would do that is both thumbs are going to go in the direction that you're going to move. So my thumbs are going this way. So elbows are still at my side. I'm using this hand to help guide and push. This is the one that I'm stretching or moving and doing more like windshield wipers, going in tension and out tension and doing that 8 to 10 times. And then you can switch and do the same thing on the other side. So thumbs both going in the direction that I'm moving. Nice and gentle. So really 2 different options for just getting some rotation in your shoulder joint. This one should be very light, easy, and gentle. So either one at a time or both at the same times. So for strength exercise, the first one is going to start to work on our postural muscles. So much after surgery and even radiation, we get so tight and you're really protecting that area naturally. You just had surgery there. And so it's easy to want to round out our shoulders. And so we want to work on, yes, stretching at the front like we have with our exercises we just did, but also strengthening the back muscles to help with posture and bring our shoulders down and back. It's also a lot better this way for our shoulders to avoid long-term shoulder issues when we have better alignment. So we're going to work our mid-back muscles, and a quick, easy place to start when we're getting back into strength is to start to activate those muscles by doing scapular squeezes. So I'm going to turn so you can see a little bit more. As you think about taking your shoulder blades and pinching them back and down together. I like to think about my elbows, pinching them down and back, and relax. Squeeze and back. And so I'm not trying to arch into my low back. I'm really just trying to squeeze my shoulder blades and come out of that squeeze. Nice and gentle. So holding for just 1 or 2 second squeeze and come out of that. And going back and forth 8 to 10 times. Avoiding, so you're not going up into your ears. Tension, squeeze shoulder blades together, come out of that squeeze. Good, and relax. All right, and for the last exercise, I'm going to use the small ball. So again, tennis ball works great as well. You're going to be arm's length distance or so from the wall. From there, what we're going to do is you're going to end up having the ball at the wall, but you want to be far enough that you have to reach your shoulder and your arm to get there. You don't want to be punched back. You want to be punched away, if that makes sense. So my elbows straight, relaxed position, punch position. You want to be punched out. So you're really reaching to get out there. From there, we're just going to be doing small circles. So I'm going to do about 10 or so in one direction, and then 10 the other, meaning clockwise and counterclockwise. It doesn't have to be large motion, just nice and small, but you're staying in that punch position. You should feel like your arm gets heavy when it gets tired pretty easily holding that punch position. You are starting to work on your stability muscles for your shoulder strength and your shoulder stability, which is going to help you get back to doing your activities over time with less issues. So after you've done one side, then you're going to go ahead and repeat and do the same thing on the other side. And that's today's exercise routine in our breast cancer recovery series. For other workouts for breast or cancer rehab, please check out the playlist on my channel and subscribe for new routines. I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.